What's up guys, my name is Javier and welcome back to Tool Craze. Ryobi is launching a bunch of new power tools for 2015 with all new cordless 18-volt power tools, with a new 3-speed impact wrench, a new airstrike nailer, and a cordless 18-volt radio, and a bunch more. So in this video we're going to focus on one of those new tools with an all-new 18-volt hammer drill, the P214. Although the hammer drill itself is model P214, I got it as a kit model P1812. I know it can get a bit confusing with two completely different model numbers, so the P214 is for the drill itself and the P1812 is for the kit. A lot of people like and use Ryobi power tools, including myself. And if you ask most people for their opinion about Ryobi power tools, they're going to tell you it's more of a DIY brand and that it's not high performance. I used to think this myself until I tried some of their most recent cordless power tools, such as the new airstrike nailers and their cordless jigsaw, which offers some very good performance. So you know that Ryobi is trying really hard to get out from being known as only a DIY brand. And this tradition continues with this new 18-volt hammer drill. What's different about this hammer drill is that it's got several features you'd find on more expensive models, such as a fuel gauge on the batteries, a full-size half-inch chuck, and not only that, the chuck is a metal chuck and it's a ratcheting chuck. Typically on budget power tools you get a 3/8 inch plastic chuck. Even most pro brand drills you get a half-inch plastic ratcheting chuck, so it's amazing to get a half-inch metal ratcheting chuck on this Ryobi. It's got a great grip on bits as you would expect from a ratcheting chuck. It holds bits tightly, and the only time it loosened up was my own fault using a larger hammer drill bit because I didn't tighten it enough, but it was my own fault and not the drill's. Although it does ratchet, you don't get the high quality and clicking noise with regular ratcheting chucks. And it feels more like two sets of ridges rubbing up against each other as you tighten it. The only other ratcheting chuck I've seen like this one was the one that came with the Harbor Freight 18-volt Chicago electric hammer drill. And the chuck runs true, so there's no chuck wobble as the bits run straight. Here I used a 3/8 inch twist bit so we could see. It also has a premium feature built in, something you would find on premium hammer drills from DeWalt, Makita, and Milwaukee, which is a separate mode selector switch on top. The great thing about this is you can easily switch from screwdriving mode, drilling mode, all the way to hammer drilling mode, all without having to touch any of the clutch torque settings. Normally drills have all the modes including the torque settings on the clutch, so let's say you wanted to drill a hole, you had to go all the way to the end to the clutch settings to find the drill mode. Then once your hole is done, then you set your torque setting to drive the screw, and then you go all the way back to the drill mode, once again to drill another hole. With a separate mode selector switch, you can set the clutch once and forget it, and then all you have to do is go back and forth between modes, making it much easier. All of the latest drills are moving the lights from right above the trigger to all the way down above the battery at the bottom of the handle, and so does this model. The reason for doing this is it helps illuminate better and it produces less shadow when drilling and driving. And the light stays on only when the trigger is pressed. You also get the traditional features Ryobi users are used to, such as the mag tray at the bottom for holding screws and the bit holder in the front, which comes with a double-ended bit. And users of the blue Ryobi drills are going to miss those bubble levels from back in the day, as none are built in. And you get two speeds. Speed 1 is for high torque. This is where you're going to get massive torque for drilling larger holes, such as when you're using auger or self-feed bits, and also for driving larger fasteners like the lac screws used for installing TV wall mounts to a wall. And on speed 2 you get high speed. You don't get the high torque you get with speed 1, but this is great for high-speed drilling using twist bits and regular spade bits. It also has an electric brake, meaning the drill stops on a dime when you release the trigger. When it's set to speed 1, it stops very nicely. And on speed 2, when the electric brake kicks in, it sounds like something inside the drill is breaking. This is completely normal. Let me repeat, this is completely normal. I've heard a lot of people ask me if their drill is broken because of the breaking noise. But yes, it's supposed to sound like this, so no need to return to the store if you think it's broken, as it's not. And as a whole, the drill is pretty light, and it's somewhat compact, coming in at just under 9 inches in length. What's pretty impressive about this new drill is that it specs out at 600 inch-pounds of max torque, and that's a lot of torque for a compact drill. They even threw in a side handle so you can grip on tight for all that extra torque. That's another thing that's different about this Ryobi drill, is that it has some serious performance. So with this new drill, along with their most recent power tools, we can see that Ryobi is definitely headed in a new direction. The side handle has a slot so you can use a depth guide, and one is included with the hammer drill. Hammer drill bits can get pretty pricey, and you don't really want to hammer drill holes deeper than you need to, so a dead stop is a great feature to have. One thing about the side handle is that instead of being a single piece, it's made up of several pieces. You have a bolt and the two handle pieces that need to be assembled. It takes extra time to assemble, and because it's made up of a few pieces, there is a bit of flex to it when you're doing a job that requires a lot of torque. Another thing is that you can only position the handle in two positions, at a right angle on the left side or a right angle on the right side. Now let's go into its performance so we can see what this bad boy can do. Let's start off with its hammer drilling performance using a 3/16" bit. I believe this is what this hammer drill is intended for, and that's using small bits as it just tears up the concrete block at high speed. I was actually surprised at how fast it was. Now on to a larger 3/8" bit into the concrete block. Although this bit is many times larger than the 3/16" bit, it was still pretty fast at hammer drilling. And the next test was done using an even larger 1/2" bit. This is where this drill took its time, as it takes a lot more force to hammer drill the larger the bits get. Although it went a bit slow, many cordless hammer drills struggle with 1/2" hammer drill bits. I know this drill claims to have 600 inch-pounds of max torque, but this is uncharted territory for a Ryobi cordless drill, so I didn't know what to expect. It had absolutely no trouble sinking 3-inch deck screws in high speed deep into a post, and the same went with a 3-inch lag screw while in the high torque mode. It has very good high-speed torque, as we can see it make easy work boring holes in the second speed, which is highest speed. It can even make large 1-inch holes with a Bosch Daredevil spade bit at high speed, but only as long as you let the bit do the work and not force it. If you force it, the overload protection kicks in. Now let's take a look at its high torque drilling in the high torque mode. Here we see it using a 2-inch self-feed bit. And it can even take on 1 1/4" Speedbore Max bits deep into a 4x6. So it's got some serious performance for a budget drill, and that's something you normally wouldn't expect from a Ryobi drill. I wouldn't even compare its performance to that of professional industrial brands' compact drills with similar torque. It's not the kind of ultra high performance you would find on heavy duty premium drills, but an awesome amount of power for a compact drill nonetheless. I'm sure this new 18-volt Ryobi hammer drill would definitely turn some heads. So out of the box in kit form, you're going to get the P214 hammer drill and two of their best compact lithium-ion batteries. These are the ones with the fuel gauge built in. And you also get their fastest charger, which charges these same batteries in 30 minutes, which is pretty quick. Unlike their other charger that can take up to an hour to charge these same batteries. And you also get the soft tool bag for storage. It looks small, but it's big enough to carry everything inside. What's also great about this new Ryobi drill, besides its performance, is the price tag, as it's only $129, and that's for the entire kit with the batteries and the charger. So you get a tremendous amount of bang for your buck. I can't think of anything else that gives you similar features and performance near this price point. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by. Let me know what you guys think of this Ryobi 18-volt hammer drill in the comment section below. And if this is your first time watching Tool Craze, make sure to subscribe and like this video to stay up to date with the latest in the tool world. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media and check out toolcraze.net for more tool info, such as new tool deals, tool news, and even reviews not shown here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.